Good morning, everyone. It is August the 16th, 2016. Time to kick off another trading day. It's really interesting to me when you think about the market dynamics. And again, the big players out there, these people take the market where they want it to go. But yesterday's market sold heavily, and we finished on a low. Globex opens, and pretty much straight up in Globex. Then we have the Asian session that takes us to right here, and then we have the European session that takes us higher right now. So we're in a trading range. Things look pretty bad given yesterday's close. Globex opening is bought off to the races today. So you just have to keep that in mind. And why do I say we're in a trading range? Visually, you can just see it right here. So we've got buyers at 132, we have sellers at 133, and right now we're 32, 114 and a half, and we've got a P. Yesterday's high was in the 20 area, so we're going to start out with resistance at 16 to 20. Think we can get stops above the high, so we're going to put a question mark at 16, and then 19 to 23. And my guess is that the market's playing for lower than forecast news, the economic news this morning. Second sell will be up against the current highs, 133 basically. On the buy side, the last rotate down in Asia was 11. We're at 15 right now, so 8 to 12 looks pretty good for a buy zone. Obviously, the closer we get to 8, the better it is, than 1 to 5 for buy 2. Okay, today's news, CPI unchanged. Core CPI up 0.2. Housing starts 1.18. And in uncertain times, starts will be higher than permits because developers need to get paid. Contractors need to get paid. And the rental market has come under scrutiny here of late. It seems like all this rental space has been brought on in very expensive places is going unrented. So permits 1.16 million. The big news today, industrial production up 0.3. Manufacturing up 0.2. Capacity utilization 75.5. And e-commerce last was plus 3.7, done on a quarterly basis. And my guess is it'll be that number. That number could come in higher, so I'd look for this one to be greater. This number, industrial production, could come in less. Permits could come in less. And CPI is probably going to be right where it is. So the focus is going to be number 1, industrial production. Number 2 should be starts, and number 3 would be core CPI. So we got to get through 16 first. I think we will. I think the market's playing for worse or lower than forecast news this morning, and we'll see if that happens. You can never know the news with 100% certainty. You can make a very, very educated guess, and the large players do that. I mean, they're in business. They'll be in business tomorrow. They've gotten to where they are on the prowess and internal expertise. They've earned the right to be at the table, and sometimes they're wrong, but it doesn't kill the business. Okay, looking at the bond, 12 to 16 is number 1. I'm going to make 23, 27 number 2. And then back up where we were yesterday, 3 to 7. Would actually be sell 2. This would be sell 1. And that's the first area of resistance is 12 to 16. We might get there. You can see that the London session is a D. Leaning P with the volumes done, so I think we can at least get stops above the overnight session high. Now, that might make a 19, 20. But this market can really, really run. On the support side, the buck to 04. So 25, 29, and then 17 to 21 for buy 2. Yesterday sold. I'm guessing we're going to rally just because we're in a trading range. And that makes it really, 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 really tough for most people. They come in, oh God, the market sold yesterday. And it did. So what am I doing getting long? That goes with putting it in context. And we'll see if the trading range holds. And as you get better at this, you can make those calls. And the issue really has anything really changed? Well, it really hasn't. The Fed hasn't raised interest rates. The economy really hasn't gotten any stronger. The idea that treasuries' flight to quality have been supplanted by the stock market, even if it trades up, that hasn't changed either. Stock market's trading up because the Fed's pumping money into it. Why are they pumping money into it? Because the economy's weak, which means that they're not going to raise interest rates quickly. And so that's what's holding us in a trading range. Okay, looking at gold right now, got this high over here at 64. We're pointed higher, so back where we were a couple of days ago, 63, 65, sell 1. And then 69, 71, sell 2. On the buy side, 55, 57, we've got all this, so we'll make it 54, 56 for buy 1. 49, 51 for buy 2. And failure to take out 63, 65 could set up a pretty nice short. This market's, as you can see by looking at the screen right there, is in a trading range. Currencies are up, dollars down. That's being cited as the reason for crude being so strong. There's stories out there that Russia now has gotten rights to fly out of Iran and bomb Syria from Iran with their long-range bombers. They need a protected base. They've got it. And so maybe Iran is going to come to the OPEC table. That's the hope, hence higher oil prices. Okay, right here we're at 113. This market has rallied from basically 112 to 113 plus. That's a big move. We've got a high volume number at 1327. So we'll put our first sell at 1325, picking up that level right there. Sell 1. And then the second sell will be 50. I would say the dollar is quite weak after a move like this in the euro, but both the yen and the euro are quite a bit higher. Okay, 1294. So we'll put 1275, buy 1. Got a lot of volatility right here. We might get some range. Then 1250, buy 2. But that's a hell of a rally. Might be more to it than just a weak dollar. Okay, crude, supposedly the squeeze is on till tomorrow, according to Morgan Stanley. Then the rally in crude is over. There are supply issues out there, no doubt. But remember, futures are futures. They're what's coming down the road. And they always say stock indexes stock prices reflect where the economy will be 6 months from now. So our economy is going to be booming, right? Okay, we're pointed higher. We got the low volume number basically at 47. So as long as we stay above 45, 63, 47 is the next stop. So 46, 46 and a quarter is sell 1. 50 to 75 is sell 2. Definitely a P. Think we're going to try to trade higher early this morning. On the buy side, 50 to 75 for the first trade of the day. Very, very aggressive, but hopefully we can get in. Pick up this area right in here, bottom of value. Then 45 even, 45 and a quarter. Last but not least, the E-mini. Okay, E-mini doesn't go straight up today. We could actually see some selling in the E-mini, not because we're not headed to 2200. It's just, last week down 2 days, up 3 days. Sideways to higher, and I think that's the way that we have to play it too. But right now the market may be playing for weaker than expected AM news. So maybe a little lower, but not break. So we'll start out trying to buy 75 to 77s. Then 70, 72. So we've got a 70 to 75 buy zone. And we're going to put a question mark at 80. That's on the assumption that the news this morning, especially industrial production, comes in lower than forecast. We're in the same situation we were yesterday. Got to take out resistance. So the sell up there is 89 to 91. I'm going to put a question mark at 85. And then 94, 96. Market has been giving us 6 to 8 handle ranges. Then it goes into development. And it doesn't have a lot of volatility. It doesn't have much back and forth. So 85, if we can get through 85, that might turn out where the early sell is. And I think we can trade higher, retest yesterday's highs, and a lot of it's going to be dependent upon the news this morning. And right now the market's playing like it's going to come in lower than forecast. So 75, 77, 70, 72 is where the buy is. Like the long side better, but that doesn't mean it can't sell. Okay, it's going to take a while to get stuff up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I'll be back with you as soon as possible.